and this seems like the second streamed game against the same person. The thing about the all-in that he did in the first game is that it's something that you could extremely easily pull off. It's not a hard thing to do. You can see people pull it off perfectly in Bronze League. It's like because with a good early game Terran all in, you got to constantly keep up with SCV production behind that, and constantly keep up with making additional buildings when you need them, and keeping all of your buildings running and all that kind of stuff. But with Zerg all-ins, it's very different because and Protoss all-ins as well, actually, because they just make extremely quickly. They make the number of workers they want, and then they never have to think about workers from that moment on. All they have to do is use the production facilities they have. So warping in zealots and stalkers, or constantly pumping roaches and lings, that kind of thing. So you got to be really careful in the lower leagues about all-ins, because they're so powerful and they're extremely easy to do. So people in the lower leagues, especially if they're doing a televised tournament and they really want to win, all-ins are a great way for them to do well. So it looks like he's playing slightly more greedily. Again, you can tell whether he's going to attack you by the creep tumors. If he drops a creep tumor, he's probably not going to attack within the first 8 minutes. If he gets an evo chamber, he's probably not going to attack within the first 8 minutes. If he has this, like you saw before, he had like 4 drones at his natural. And we can very clearly see here that he's basically almost fully saturated on his main and natural. So again, you can tell he's probably not coming in the first 8 minutes from that. The third hatchery, also a very good indicator that he's not about to come kill you. Spine crawler, another very good indicator. I'm surprised how he's getting the second evo chamber and not getting additional queens. If I were him, I'd be very worried about a Hellion run by, because right now he's got basically nothing that could prevent you from killing all of his drones with 4 Hellions. I guess he did spot with the Overlord that you were getting a really late factory and 3 racks, so I guess that's why he's not worried about Hellions. I'm surprised how much information he got. You let him scout your whole base. It's kind of cool. So here comes that starport. Here comes the reactor on the factory. Tech lab. It looks like at 8 minutes you've got 39 workers, fewer than last game. You're probably playing a little bit scared because of the way that you lost last game. Notice that this game, you reacted to what happened last game by making the bunker be behind the wall-in. But again, if he did the exact same all-in again, you would have died. You would just be completely dead. Because at 8 minutes, you have $1,000 of army. With this, actually, this wall-in isn't solid, so he can actually sneak banelings all the way up to this bunker and pop them. I mean, even if he couldn't, even if this was solid, he could still pop them here and hit the bunker. Like the range of baneling splash is 2.5, so it's plenty far enough to hit a bunker from across the wall-in. You don't have a second or third bunker. You don't have any siege tanks. You don't have any scouting information. You don't have any Hellions. So I feel like this is something that happens to me and happens to a lot of people very often. You lost to an all-in, and so you reacted by cutting a few workers to feel slightly safer, but in reality you made yourself less safe, because in the last game you had a bigger army at this point in the game, and at the last game you had more workers at this point in the game. And so really by trying to get this bunker up and the wall-in up quickly, you just cut workers for no reason and no benefit. Hello.
Hi, baby.